With all the hype nowadays about bigger diameter body tubes, chunky tactical turrets and feature-rich reticles, it can be very easy to be sucked into the misconception that bigger is always better. And in some cases, bigger is better. But there's a very good reason why some of the more traditional riflescope designs have stood the test of time when many others have failed. And it all comes down to reliability in simplicity. This is our new family of 1-inch body tube riflescopes, the Iris, available in 3-9x40 and 4-12x44. And in this video, we're going to be discussing the basic features of these riflescopes and talking about why you would possibly choose one of these over something else. Let's start off by discussing the things that they do have in common, and the most obvious of those is the 1-inch body tube. Now, there's a very common misconception out there that a bigger body tube allows more light to be transmitted or gives you a brighter image, and that is simply not true at all. What the bigger body tube does allow you to do is to move the erected tube inside with more freedom, which gives you more elevation and windage travel. But in some cases, that is really not needed. On a higher magnification scope, like our 6-36 Theos, for example, the bigger body tube is essential because of the way the mathematics works out with how each millimeter of physical travel equates to actual movement of your reticle against whatever you're looking at. In short, many lower magnification riflescopes, like the 3-9 and the 4-12, just don't need a bigger body tube. In fact, they have very respectable elevation and windage travel straight out the box, with the 3-9 having an 80 MOA adjustment range and the 4-12 having a 65 MOA adjustment range. That's pretty much on par with our Helix line of scopes. The smaller body tube also saves weight, and this design feature, along with the smaller objectives, fewer lenses, smaller eyepiece design, etc., make this the smallest and lightest scope that we've made to date, with the 3-9 coming in at 416 grams or 14.7 ounces, and the 4-12 at 456 grams or 16.1 ounces. Neither of these models have parallax adjustment. They are both fixed at 100 yards. We decided on this because parallax mechanisms are not only some of the most complicated and expensive parts to add to a riflescope, but it also requires fitting an extra lens, which adds weight and cost and reduces optical clarity and light transmission. For what these riflescopes are designed to be used for, that's hunting, the ability to adjust your parallax is far less important, especially considering that with the low magnification and smaller objective lenses, your depth of field is going to be very long, which means that you're basically going to have almost everything in focus anyway, and your image is going to be crisp no matter what distance you're looking at. The turrets are capped on both of these models, and beneath the caps you'll find low profile resettable turrets with 1/4 MOA clicks. The magnification ring has been reduced in diameter to make it much easier to mount low against your rifle without anything getting in the way. This is specifically done like this for more traditional hunting rifles where you want to mount it a bit lower for your lower cheek piece and you want to fit it into a smaller rifle bag. But we've kept the same knurled finish with it being very easy to turn when you do need to turn it. Once again, catering to the needs of hunters, we've gone with very simple second focal plane reticle designs on both of these models. The 3-9 features a duplex reticle, and the 4-12 features a variant of the very popular Raptor 1 reticle that's on our 2-16 Helix HD. This one is called the Raptor 1S. The S stands for simplified, and the main difference is that there is one less hash mark and the floating dot is replaced with crosshairs. The concept is exactly the same though. This is a BDC or ballistic drop compensation reticle where each hash lines up with your predicted bullet drop and wind drift at 200, 300, 400 yards. And with a 4-12, we include stickers which can go in the inside of your flip caps and remind you what each reticle mark aligns with on your particular rifle. And that's the Iris, ladies and gentlemen, a affordable scope that required us to make no compromises in quality. Keeping things simple means fewer parts, and fewer parts means that the money that you pay for the scope does not have to be split up into hundreds of unnecessary components. As with all of our rifle scopes, the Iris is backed by our Platinum lifetime warranty, which requires no registration and is fully transferable. You can learn more by visiting our website at element-optics.com or by following us on social media.